Welcome, guys, to the Cookie Effect Podcast. Woo woo. I'm back again with another video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for coming back again. If you are a previous subscriber and if you're just joining us, welcome to the Grown and Sexy Club. All right. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe down below, okay, and press the notification bell so that you are reminded every time your girl posts a video. All right, hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Hope everything was good, and yeah, we're back again. All right, so guys, on today's episode, I wanted to talk about white privilege. Okay, white privilege. You know, we all have heard white privilege here and there on the news. You hear people talk about it amongst yourselves. You probably talk about white privilege. And so, short people problem. And so I just wanted to come on here and share my thoughts and opinions on, this white privilege thing people talking about. All right. So, let's get into the mess. All right. So, white privilege. If you are a teenager, perhaps watching this, you're probably not aware, of what white privilege means. And, you know, first of all, let me make a disclaimer. I'm not here to bash white people. That's number one. There will be no bashing of no races on this channel. This is a global channel for everybody. Everybody's welcome in my house. Okay? Everybody. Whatever color, whatever you are welcome. Pull up a seat. Okay? You're part of my crew. So there's no bashing. I'm just speaking my opinion and my thoughts, and you guys feel free to chime in. I say this all the time. Don't be shy. Like any topics that I throw out there, please, if you have a contribution, if you have something to say, please share with all of us. This is a space where I want us all to have great discussions, learn from each other, and keep it pushing, you know? So if you're young, you probably have heard the word white privilege being mentioned. If you're a white person, you have probably heard that term white privilege. I'm here to tell you, do not be offended when someone speaks on white privilege. It's just like people speaking about black people, or, Asian people or whatever. So white privilege really has stemmed from years and years ago, through time and society and slave days and things like that. So it's basically, when other races that are not white get certain advantages in life, or because they're white, they get certain privileges. Back in the slave days, that's what used to happen. If you weren't white, you didn't get to sit on the bus, you didn't get to mingle with white people, you were segregated. Okay, and that's where it stems from. You couldn't go shopping at the same grocery stores as white people, and back in the day, we all know the story. So that's probably where it stems from. All right. So in this day and age, let me fix my seat. I'm a little uncomfortable. I'm kind of short. I'm sitting on pillows, by the way. I got pillows. I am small. But anyway, so nowadays people are talking about white privilege, and you know, it's the same connotation right now in the world where nowadays where racism is a big thing. Now everyone talks about racism is a big thing, especially with black people and minorities. We are struggling with being accepted for who we are and not judged by our skin color and things like that. The world is a mess. Okay, so I've heard the word white privilege come up over and over again. So let me tell you, I love white people. Okay, I have friends who are white. I have, my my kids have white in them. Their family members, their grandmas are white, their great grandmas are white. You know, my nieces and my niece and nephews have a white father. You know what I'm saying? So I have best friends that are white. I love my friends. My friends are black, white, Asian, Indian, all kinds of people. All kinds of people. I love it that way. I love it that way because I learn a lot from their cultures. I learn a lot from them. We should not be putting ourselves in a box. Okay, you should not hate people because of the color of their skin. If they're white, if they're Asian, if they're this, if they're that. Judge people on who they are. On who they are. You will get further in life. What's the point of this hate? There's no point to hate. So, anyways, I just wanted to say, okay, if you're white and you're watching this, and I know a lot of my white friends are gonna be watching this. What's up, girls? What's up, boys? You're gonna be watching this, and I don't want you guys to feel. I want you guys to understand, maybe perhaps where certain black people are coming from when we say the word white privilege. And I don't want you to feel offended within yourself. It's not your fault if you are born white. It's not your fault. Just like it's not my fault that I was born black. It's not my fault that I was born dark skinned. You know, I'm a dark skinned girl. I'm a dark skinned black girl. And there are, right now we're speaking on colorism issues, and there are stigmas to being dark skinned. And we do get treated a certain kind of way, less than the lighter skinned people, girls, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that's what black people are dealing with right now. But it's the same thing. Not all white people have white privilege. Yes, the premise is if you're white, you can maneuver certain ways and get what you want easier than maybe perhaps somebody else from a minority. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is not to take away from the hardworking white people who bust their ass, who work hard to earn a living the right way. This should not be taken from those white people who grew up in the hood, just like me and you, who grew up in the hood, their parents struggled, or the white people that are in, that don't have a lot, so it's not just because you're white does not mean we discredit those white people who actually are decent, who actually work hard. And I know a lot of my friends that are white, they work their ass off. They work really hard. Shout out to you guys, okay? I love you guys. Right, so now that we got that cleared up, now let me tell you, okay? So the problem is that some white people, a lot of white people, okay, a lot of white people in this day and age now do have a sense of that privilege. They know they got privilege and they surely use it. They use it in the worst way. They use it to cheat. They use it to make others from other races feel less than. They use it as a way to make themselves feel important. And to this day we still struggle with that. If a white person and a black person who have the same qualification jobs, who have gone to the same type of schools, if you go for a job interview and y'all try out for the same position, the chances are that the white guy or the white girl will get the position, period. That's the chances, unfortunately. That's just how it is. But it shouldn't make me hate you. Nah, it's just what it is. Right? So, the premise of the reason I want to do this, now that I've explained everything, and y'all know I'm coming from a good place, a loving place, is I want to talk to all my white friends, white supporters, white people who love minorities, who love black people, who love our culture, who love being around us. Those white people who date outside of their race, who date black people, who date Spanish people, Hispanics, who date other cultures. Those white people who mingle with black people, who mingle with other cultures, who learn our cultures. Those white people those white females or males who date, black people, racists, minorities, whatever the case may be. I'm talking to those white people who give black people opportunities. If you're a boss and you're white and you do give black people opportunities and treat us, anyone who is down for minorities, anyone who who understands that you treat people like you would treat your own self. There is no segregation, there is no divide. People should be treated equally. And if you do agree with that and you're a white person watching this, I just want to speak to you guys for a minute, okay? My message to each and every one of you is, I know you guys feel bad about seeing the racist shit that goes on in the world, seeing how black people, Hispanics get treated, especially here in America where racism has taken over the place. Your president is trying to build a wall and send people back home. Kids are left, his Mexican kids, Hispanic kids are left without parents because their parents have been snatched by ICE and about to get deported. Like, just a whole load of sad mess going on in America. And so I just wanted to speak up and say to any white person who's down for the cause, who's down for black people, who understands life, you guys need to help us. You guys need to step up. You guys can't just be our friends and not say anything. You guys gotta speak up too. If you see people getting treated badly, you see things that are unjust, speak up. Speak up for minorities. If you're down for us, speak up. There's no need and there's no reason for you to hang out with us, kiki with us, eat our food, dress like us, We are not a tool. We are not a prop. We are not people you just hang out with. Let's hang out with black folks to look cool. Let's hang out with black folks because it gives us a certain, or let's have black friends because we'll feel protected. No, that's not it. We need to fight. And when we say fight, it's fighting for the rights of everyone. And I'm sick and tired of people marrying into different cultures. White people marry black people, or a white girl marries a black guy, they have children. A black girl marries marries another race and they have kids, mix and match, whatever. I'm sick and tired of some of you marry someone from a different culture and you don't take time out to learn about the culture. You don't take time out to study the culture. You don't take time out to participate in the culture. You don't take time out to teach your kids about the other person's culture. You stay ignorant. If you're a white girl and you date a black guy, you need to be learning about the culture for your kids. Somebody's got to teach them so they're prepared and they understand who they are. You can't just sit there and think, oh, I'm white, so I don't know, boo. You can't marry an African or have a baby by an African, or you just want that big D. Nah, it comes with work, baby. It comes with work. You can't just take the D and not put in and invest in the culture. No, darling, your kids are gonna suffer. Okay, so I feel like I appreciate and shout out to all those white people who embrace black culture, who embrace their spouse's culture. They wear the outfits, they try the food, they mingle, they you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know if you guys pay attention, but Tamar Braxton, she's American, uh um from the Braxtons, Tony Braxton's little sister. She's a singer. And she's dating this Nigerian man, and he took her back to Nigeria. And it was so beautiful because although they're both black, but one is American, one is African. And it was so amazing to see the pictures on their Instagram, how Tamar embraced the culture. She was wearing the outfit, her kid was wearing the outfit. They enjoyed the culture, the dancing, the food. They were embraced by the culture. And you could see that they were kind of nervous, but you could see that they received a warm welcome, and it was so beautiful to see. And I love that. And I know there are white people who embrace the culture, and I thank you guys, and I love you guys. Keep doing it. So my message really is, don't be offended if people say you white people have white privilege. It's what you do with your privilege. You know what I'm saying? It's what you do with your privilege. Okay? If you are white, you are born into, you have no choice. Whether you were raised in the hood, as long as you're white, you do have white privilege. You can go to certain places that a black person or a minority can't. You can do certain things, whether you're from the hood, whether you're white or not, or you're from the hood, or you've had it hard, you can still. I don't give a damn. A homeless white person on the street probably has more rights than me, who's working hard, trying to earn a decent living and struggling in life, but because I'm black, okay? Because I'm black. Let me tell you, that is a fact. So you cannot change what you're born into, okay? But it's what you do with it. It's what you guys do with it. And I'm just here to let you guys know, do something positive with it. Help out others. You see minorities, you know you have a privilege. Work alongside more minorities. Bring more minorities up in your business, in your life, in your society. Speak on minorities. Use your white privilege to speak up, to stand up and defend what's right, which is a human race, which is everybody get treated as one. I had to pause for a minute. I realized I wasn't breathing. But seriously, I feel like use your privilege in the right way. Give back. You know, it's no, it's not fun watching in the sidelines while your black friend, black family member, or whatever, I don't care, goes through racism and a lot of struggles in life. Learn to understand where we're coming from. Learn to kind of um kind of you know use your power, your privilege, to help minorities who are struggling. We're not just a tool. We're not just here for props. We're not just here to make you look good. Okay? Let's all get together. Let's all be one. Race should not be an issue. Race is, we're supposed to be all different. It's beautiful to have a melting pot of difference. Embrace that. Don't hide, basically. Don't just embrace us when you feel that you need us. Embrace us even when we're down. Embrace us and speak up and be proud to say, you know what, I'm white, and I check for black people. I check for minorities. I check for culture. You know what I mean? It's cool to be that way. So I just wanted to spread the word. I don't know if I made sense. If you're a white supporter of the cookie effect, please comment below. Let me know if I made some sort of sense. Let me know if you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not here to tell anyone what to do. I'm just here to contribute some positivity and, a different way of for people to look at things in life that's happening. You know, as grown-ups right now, we have children. I have a 16-year-old, and we owe it to ourselves to be role models. Okay, I'm not gonna sit back and let the television or the internet be a role model to my kids. I want to use my platform to express myself to like-minded people as yourselves, and let's let's see if we can help motivate our little community. It starts small at a time, so that's what the Cookie Effect podcast is really about. I'm a podcast for everybody. I'm not biased to girls, to guys, to whites, to blacks, to whatever. I'm Miss Tell It Like It Is. Okay, I just call it how I see it, and I'm really open to hearing everybody else's point of view. Okay, so please don't get offended, white people. I'm just saying, don't get offended if you hear the word white privilege. It's something that you can't help, unfortunately or fortunately, depends on where you're looking. Um, Embrace it, but use your privilege for good. If you're a young white person and you're listening to this, you know, use your privilege for good. You know, just because people say white privilege, it doesn't mean you might be a white person listening to this and have been through a struggle. And we're not taking away from your struggle. And we commend you, and you just keep pushing, okay? You just keep pushing. And I respect anyone that comes from a struggle, no matter what race, because it just shows your heart. It just shows that you're a real human being. Okay? So all I'm just saying is, white people that know me, that are around me, that know you, that are around you, should start speaking up for the injustice that they see around. There's no point. You see on Facebook, people post a whole load of stuff about racism, black people suffering, this, that, police brutality. Not very many white people post anything. Even friends of mine, not very many. And I understand that they keep themselves away because it's like, you don't want to get yelled at. You don't want people to say, why are you getting involved? But that's the problem, see? If you keep worrying about what other people think, then unfortunately, nothing gets done. Excuse me. Then unfortunately, nothing gets done. Okay? So let's quit worrying about what everybody thinks. Let's quit worrying about what everybody thinks. Let's do what's right. Okay? Because it's not nice for people to feel like they have friends and their friends don't fight for them. Yeah, you might hit me up behind the scenes and say, I hate what's going on, Cookie. You black people get treated. Speak out. Speak out of it. Speak it. Write it on your post. I hate how black people get treated. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. Stand out. Let people know that you are not the same. Because it's starting to irk me that you can ride with me, you can hang out with me, but you can't fight with me. You can't fight for my race. You can't fight for injustice that's being done to my culture, my people. Then what's the point in being friends? What's the point? What's the point? Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? You know what I mean? So, because if something was going on, I speak on the mass shootings and things like that. If a white person was doing something ridiculously crazy and hurting people, I'm fighting. I'm we're gonna speak on it. We're gonna talk about it. I will get involved. I don't care. It's an injustice that's being done. Okay, so it's the same premise. All right. So shout out to all my white people. Shout out to you guys, all the good white people who love black people, who love minorities, who do your parts for us. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to all my peoples. Shout out to all my peoples. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope I made sense. If you want to contact me, hit me up on email. It's cookieeffect1@gmail.com. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Lead with love. And don't forget, catch the Cookie Effect podcast. You can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes, Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitches, Breakers, and Castbox. Okay? So tune in and listen to your girl talk her mess. All right? All right, guys. That's it from me. I'm your girl, Cookie, Miss Capricorn. Miss Tell It Like It Is, Cookie Crew. Peace.